We've done a wonderful job, don't you think?
We certainly did. It'll be beautiful.
Really?
Absolutely.
Are you sure?
I'm certain.
You're just saying that.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. You always do that. You think it calms me down.
No, I mean it. Sometimes I don't, but this time I do. I really do.
Doc?
I really, really, really do.
All right, maybe you do. But your standards are always lower than mine.
Well, what can I say, my dear? You're a perfectionist. I don't know where I'd be without you, wallowing away in some sty.
Oh, Doc, stop.
Delia, it's going to be a beautiful wedding.
I hope so. Not like ours.
No, not like ours. But we did the best we could.
It was our best, but it was so sad.
Well, if the bills that are rolling in are any indication, Courtney's wedding will be epic.
She deserves it. Courtney will have the wedding we never had.
The wedding is perfect. It's all falling into place.
It's going to be a marvelous day.
Our Courtney deserves the best.
It's her day, too.
She's a lovely bride, the very image of you, my dear.
She's a vision in that dress. Oh, my God, Doc. I almost forgot the bug bombs.
Oh, for my azaleas. Where is Courtney?
Off somewhere counting her blessings, I imagine.
I don't think her generation counts blessings.
Did the florist call?
Not that I know of.
Well, he's really one of the best there is. I can't wait to see what he's done. He did a centerpiece with daisies and writ dye for the Lancasters that was no less than spectacular. Oh, it's all falling into place, Doc. The caterer is even bringing the Civil War punch bowls I wanted. Now, does your tux
It
fit?
fits, Dahlia. Another of life's little miracles.
I've still got to call the photographers. I can't believe it, Doc, but I just found out. They're lesbians, but their work is impeccable.
Lesbians? I didn't know. I can't even tell when I meet one, and I'm a doctor.
Well, I'm sure it makes them better photographers.
You've done a hell of a job, Delia.
It's not over yet.
Well, it wasn't easy.
There are rewards. I think she's going to be very happy with Ryan.
Harper.
What?
You meant Harper.
What did I say?
You said Ryan.
I did?
Yes.
I'll have to watch that.
It wasn't that long ago that they were a couple.
That wasn't a relationship. It was just a phase all women go through.
That's all in the past, Delia.
Thank God Ryan was such a mess.
Well, you don't have to think about Ryan again.
Harper.
Harper.
Oh, he's such a nice boy, a real gentleman.
He's certainly a snappy dresser.
They make a lovely couple. Now we need at least a magnum of Chianti for Father Capitello and his entourage. Oh, I do hope the caterer remembers to bring a few extra tables for the gifts. Oh, yes, and some tab for the diabetic side of your family.
Is there anything else I can do, Delia? Really, please.
You can relax. After you get the bug bombs.
You take it easy, too. We're ahead of schedule.
Yes, just a few more odds and ends and everything will be perfect.
You look beautiful, Delia.
You bring out the best in me, Doc.
And I think we just brought out the best in Karen Howell and Mark Cabas are close to the best because they open tomorrow night. So they have to be ready to go. Right, Karen,
That's right.
Thank you very much. And Mark, from One Slight Hitch, a play by the dark, acerbic comedian, Mr. Lewis Black, and joining us as well, Alan Kilpatrick, the band behind the scenes, the director. You know, they're not even going to listen to you once they go on stage.
They don't need me anymore.
They don't need you.
My job is done. Tomorrow night they open. They'll forget all about me.
Alan, a fine actor, director, and musician. He's actually a fine piano player, too, and singer. He remembers the Blood Orgy days when
That's
he played. He
right.
was the one-man band.
That's right.
Alan, talk a little about this play by Lewis Black. It's a comedy, obviously, and it's over at Georgia Ensemble Theater, opening tomorrow.
Right.
What's the gist?
Well, Lewis Black years ago was dating a woman, and she wouldn't marry him. She broke up with him.
I can't imagine why.
I don't know why. 38 years later, I think it messed with his head a little bit, and he wrote a play about it. A few months after she broke up with him, she married someone else.
Yeah, it's good. It's good therapy. If nothing else, you just
Writing therapy.
get it out of your system.
Writing
Exactly.
therapy, that's right.
So he had it in the drawer for
Yeah.
quite some time.
Yeah, he drew up on his own experience of having been dumped by someone and then married, having that person get married a few months later. So I think it messed with his head just a tiny bit, and he's written this play. And it falls somewhere within farce, comedy of manners, and romantic comedy. It is. There are touches of Lewis Black all the way through it. You hear these passages and you go, ah, yes, that's the Lewis Black that I know. It's about Doc and Delia Coleman and their family. Their oldest daughter, Courtney, is to be married on the day of the play. The play opens on the morning of the wedding, and a knock comes on the door, and it is Courtney's ex-boyfriend that she has dumped a few months prior. And things begin to unravel after that. So it's very, very charming, very funny. Sweet play, surprisingly,
really?
Coming from Lewis Black's mind. Yeah, there's a lot of sweetness to it, and there's a lot about the generation of his generation, people in their 50s, let's say 50s and early 60s, those baby boomers, the children of the World War II era. And it's got some heart to it as well, but it's very, very funny. We had our first preview last night and had a great audience.
Oh, terrific, terrific! I was going to ask Karen and Mark, your two characters have been patterned on anyone or anyone you know. The classic, the Steve Martin father of the bride sort of things that have been out there, classics about fathers and mothers dealing with their daughters getting married. Any research in that area?
What surprised me, I discovered that Doc is actually sort of is named after Neil Simon.
Oh, there you go.
Neil Simon's nickname of Doc. This was sort of Black's tribute to that playwright, but Doc is kind of a laid-back dad as far as I can tell. He seems to
not
take
a Spencer
everything in
Tracy
stride.
dad, not a Spencer Tracy or Steve Martin dad.
It's only when things start going wrong that he starts unraveling himself.
Well, weddings are stressful times.
Yes, they are.
Yeah,
And
Karen,
especially for the mothers, yes. And so Delia is full.
get a
tilt.
little closer there.
She's full tilt boogie. From the moment the play starts, trying to get everything because the wedding takes place in the backyard,
Of course.
of the home, and so she's got a list of things that have to be done. I don't know why they weren't done before the morning of the wedding, but
Because it wouldn't make a good play if everything was done already.
Yeah, so she's got a list of things that have to be done, and she's a top sergeant.
Yeah.
In the beginning until the ex-boyfriend shows up. Mm-hmm. And then it just.
I heard a little Katharine Hepburn in your rendition there. Connecticut. Well, she's from Connecticut.
I know.
Yeah, so there you go.
Well,
I know
yes,
actors never
yes,
borrow. But.
Yes. Trying to pitch the voice lower, but a lot of screaming in the show, so. It's naturally a little lower than
Okay,
normal.
great. That sounds great. We'll talk to Alan. You want to run down the other characters in the play and the other actors who were in it as well?
Absolutely, thanks. Yes, besides Karen, who plays the mom, and Mark, who plays the father, Courtney, the oldest daughter, who is to be married this day, is played by Kelly Chris, and her sisters are played by Jennifer Alice Acker. Her youngest sister is played by Becca Medford, and Courtney's fiance is played by Matt Felton, and the ex-boyfriend who shows up to ruin the day is played by Jeremy Wood. All terrific young Atlanta actors. We've had such a good time working with them.
What a great cast of nuts and bolts on ticket information. How can they get tickets? Like we say, it opens officially. It's in preview again tonight.
We preview tonight. We open officially tomorrow night. And it runs until January 25th. Tickets can be had by calling 770-641-1260 or at www.get.org.
Yeah, what are the run times and days? It's Wednesday through Sunday?
It is, yes, I believe that is correct. Wednesday through Sunday. There are usually 2 shows on Saturdays. Mm-hmm. Most Saturdays they have a 4 o'clock show and an 8 o'clock show.
Great. Well, tomorrow night's the big night for One Slight Hitch. Lewis Black, and folks, along with being on stage today, you're also part of our cubicle dance slot, and so that means you have to dance before you leave the
You got
studio.
music?
But sure, and I have some music to go along with the theme of this wonderful Lewis Black One Slight Hitch. I've got to start off with The Fifth Dimension. You might remember this song. It's called Wedding Bell Blues. Let's dance.
Can they see us dance on radio?
Sure. It's the world of imagination, Alan.